bottom line, I want people to be paid for the work that they do, and I want them to still have that work available to them. Back in October of last year, I put out a video about how it seems there's an imminent strike within the game developer industry. And I believe they went through with that strike, but largely what I'm going to be talking about now is something completely different. SAG-AFTRA, the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, recently put out a statement just yesterday, as of recording, on January 9th. SAG-AFTRA and the Replica Studios introduced groundbreaking AI voice agreement at CES. Now, this has been met with a lot of contention because, well, people don't like it when jobs get taken away. It kind of ruffles feathers. You can see here that Steve Blum had ratioed them into oblivion. If you don't know Steve Blum by name, you probably know him by one of the many voices that he's done throughout anime and video games, most notably being Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, Amon from Avatar: Legend of Korra, Blackmore Greymon from Digimon Season 2. Dude's got a very long history of voiceover work. But I wanted to go into what they actually said, what their actual statement was, because I don't know what this agreement came down to. Why the midweek stream? Because I am able to. I got a little extra free time on my hands now. Okay, so they put out the statement. Replica Studios, also known as Replica, an artificial intelligence voice technology company, and the Screen Actors Guild, SAG-AFTRA, announced today that the introduction of a groundbreaking AI voice agreement during an event at CES. I don't know what CES is. Somebody is going to have to fill me in on that, please. This new agreement paves the way for professional voiceover artists to safely explore new employment opportunities for their digital voice replicas with industry-leading protections tailored to AI technology, allowing AAA video game studios and other companies working with Replica to access top SAG-AFTRA talent. Now, immediately, this is screaming red flags to me, because I forgot to read out Steve Blum's actual tweet, but his point is pretty indicative towards the broader sentiment of everybody. Nice. Excuse me, with all due respect, you state in the article approved by affected members of the union's voiceover performer community. Nobody in our community approved this that I know of. Games are the bulk of my livelihood and have been for years. Who are you referring to? So yeah, a lot of voice actors are not happy about this, and if video game developers can just access the talent's voice through AI generation means, that means that voice actor isn't going to be getting employed anymore. What the hell are they doing? They're supposed to be protecting their union members, right? I guess we gotta go a little more deeper into this. The agreement between the leading AI voice company and the world's largest performers union will enable Replica to engage SAG-AFTRA members under a fair, ethical agreement to safely create and license a digital replica of their voice. Licensed voices can be used in video game development and other interactive media projects from from pre-production to final release. Approved by affected members of the union's voiceover performer company, citation needed, this contract marks an important step towards the ethical use of AI voices in creative projects by game developers, and sets the basis for fair and equitable employment of voice actors as they explore the new revenue opportunities provided by AI. I really want to know what revenue opportunities would they still get paid for having their likenesses ripped off like this? Do you think this may have to do with people not respecting VAs as much as physical actors? Freaking bull diarrhea? Yeah. Like I think this has a lot to do with how you don't really see the faces of the voice actors. You just know them by their sound. So there's kind of like a disconnect there, so people don't think about it as much. It's easier to get swept under the rug kind of thing. It's still fucked up. At least so far what I've been reading has been fucked up. In addition to establishing minimum terms and conditions, the agreement ensures performer consent and negotiation for uses of their digital voice double, and requires that performers have the opportunity to opt out of its continued use in new works. I don't like this. I personally think it should be an opt-in formula, not an opt-out. Because, like, even if this does get massive attention, there's still always going to be people that don't actually hear about it. They don't actually know about it. A lot of people just want to kind of dig their head into the sand and not care. And then those people would have their likenesses ripped off, seemingly with their consent. It just seems pretty underhanded, sneaky to me. Quote from SAG-AFTRA President Fran Drescher, "Artificial intelligence has dominated the headlines, and for most performers, the best protection against the unauthorized digital simulation of their voice, likeness, or performance as a SAG-AFTRA is a SAG-AFTRA contract. We are so happy to partner with Replica Studios because this is a great example of AI being done right." I don't like that framing. I don't like this. Okay, this is quote from the SAG-AFTRA National Executive Director and Chief Negotiator, Duncan Crabtree Ireland? Huh. Interesting name. "Recent developments in AI technology have underscored the importance of protecting the rights of voice talent, particularly as game studios explore more efficient ways to create their games." Oh my god, no. The problem with games right now in their development is the lack of optimization for it. It's the crunch culture. It's a lot of stuff, but you're not going to solve those problems by cutting down on voice actor work. This motherfucker's definitely a corpo. Yeah, they 100% they seem like a corpo. The quote continues, "With this agreement, we have achieved fully informed consent." Steve Blum would like a word. "And fair compensation when it comes to the use of our members' voices and performances. We are proud to work with Replica in leading the way to make it easy for these companies to access SAG-AFTRA's world-renowned talent in an ethical manner that ensures consent and fair compensation for their contributors. This agreement also paves the way for other companies to follow their lead." I still really don't like this. This has to be somebody else. Yes. A statement by the CEO of Replica Replica Studios, Shreyas Nivas, nailed it, Replica is proud to partner with SAG-AFTRA to introduce an ethical approach to the emerging use of generative AI. We are excited by the new opportunities this opens up for world-leading AAA studios who can now access benefits of Replica's AI voice technology while knowing that talent is recognized and compensated fairly for the use of their likeness. Quote continues, our voice actor agreements ensure that game developers using our platform are only accessing licensed talents who have given permission for their voice to be used as a training dataset, as opposed to the Wild West of AI platforms using unethical data scraping methods to replicate and synthesize voices without permission. Now, I will say this does kind of take a bit of a step in the right direction as opposed to typical generative AI, but largely it's still a problem of you're not going to be you're not letting the workers do the work. You're replicating their work and paying them a fraction of what you should be paying them. It comes off as very bad. It comes off as very, very, very bad. That statement was seen by roughly 10 million people, according to Twitter views, if you believe them. That doesn't mean all 10 million people have actually clicked on the link. But what else makes it look bad is their statement the following day, as in today. This was posted about 6-7 hours ago for me. SAG-AFTRA thanks legislators for introducing the No AI Frauds Act. Quote, as AI technology becomes increasingly powerful, we must take immediate legislative action to protect human beings from abuse and fraud, said SAG-AFTRA President Fran Drescher. This seems off to me. So how does AI capture the essence of the voice? I don't know how it works exactly, but I know there are ways to like feed your voice into a AI training program and then have your voice read out whatever the hell you want. It's happened to bigger YouTubers, it's happened to smaller people already. It's the technology's out there. It's fucked up. I mean, they can't just hire some dudes down the street and let them do different voices and use that to teach the AI. Yeah, they literally could do that, but that's not what they want to do. They kind of want to cash in on the world-renowned talent of the SAG-AFTRA member list. So I am going to check out this next article, but the Twitter thread continues. I assume this is a continued quote from Fran Drescher, SAG-AFTRA president. Technology should exist to help humans, not replace them or rip them off. The minute we cross that line, we enter dystopia. SAG-AFTRA is committed to protecting individuals via all available means. And influencing this sort of much-needed public policy is one of the many ways we can ensure people and their intellectual property rights are protected from exploitation. The No AI Frauds Act is an important step in the right direction. So I'm personally a little bit confused with their stances so far. It's like I guess if they stick with the opt-in kind of contributing to it, it's not as bad, but still I'd rather not see. AI just makes it easier. It's the same thing. It kind of also feeds off of itself, which is a bit of a problem, causing like issues of things don't sound right, things don't quite look right, that kind of thing. Hey, Joestar. Yeah, surprise stream. We're talking about SAG-AFTRA right now. So the article from today about the No AI Frauds Act, SAG-AFTRA applauds Representative Maria Elvira Salazar, Representative, I'm guessing Representative Madeline Dean, Representative Joe Morrell, Representative Morel, I don't know, Representative Nathaniel Moran, Representative Rob Williams, and all members of Congress who are joining the push to protect individual rights against AI abuses by sponsoring the No AI Frauds Act, a monumental bill that seeks to protect people's likenesses and voices from AI exploitation. I just want people to get paid. I don't care about voice being art or whatever. Yeah, I get that too. Bottom line, I want people to be paid for the work that they do, and I want them to still have that work available to them. I think the stuff with Replica Studios is kind of contrary to that. That's just the vibe I've been getting. The proposal, called the No Artificial Intelligence Fake Replicas and Unauthorized Duplications Act of 2023, prohibits publication, distribution, or transmission of an unauthorized digital replica without consent. It ensures that individuals have the exclusive right to authorize the use of their image, voice, or visual likeness in a digital replica. The right would be violated if someone publishes, distributes, or transmits an unauthorized digital replica, or if someone materially contributes to that conduct with knowledge there was no consent. It seems to be a better step in the good direction, but this is literally the day after the Replica Studios thing, so I'm very torn. I don't know. Hey, Sushi. Bye, Sushi. And then quote from SAG-AFTRA President Fran Drescher: as AI technology becomes increasingly powerful, we must take legislative action to protect human beings from abuse and fraud. Technology should exist to help humans, not replace them or rip them off. The minute we cross that line, which you did yesterday, in my opinion, we enter dystopia. SAG-AFTRA is committed to protecting individuals via all available means, and influencing this sort of much-needed public policy is one of the many ways we can ensure people and their intellectual property rights are protected from exploitation. The No AI Frauds Act is an important step in the right direction. Thank you, Representatives Salazar, Dean, Morel, Moran, and Whitman, for taking the lead toward a more just future where AI technology serves people rather than people serving AI. Enshrining the right of consent in the law is an essential first step towards that just future. That was a quote from the SAG-AFTRA National Executive Director, Duncan Crabtree, Ireland. And it continues for another sentence: we hope other legislators will join in the making of No AI Frauds Act in the law of the land. Excuse me. So, at the bottom line, I do like this act that they're pushing for. It's a good thing. It seems really weird that they're pushing this the day after they got backlash with Replica Studios. Like, goddamn, I just want people to have their income. A lot of people are being affected with this, with the voice acting community, and there's a lot of up and coming indie voice actors that are kind of like not wanting to get into the industry after seeing the kind of stuff that SAG-AFTRA had been promoting with the partnership with Replica Studios. I don't know. Largely, I think they kind of shot themselves in the foot with that one. Thanks for watching. Like it if you like it, dislike if you didn't. Let me know in the comments why you think I'm wrong. Check out the community on Discord. And remember, if you can't be the sharpest tool in the shed, you can always be the hoe. Just want to take a quick second and thank all the people who have joined the channel and become one of Briley's beeps. So, thank you, Joestar.